Hey y'all, Sean here, back again with another edition of Game On Cards and Collectibles. Today I have an SGC order that came back to me, and I'm ready to do my reveal here. This particular order took over 30 days, which is very uncharacteristic for SGC. They're known mainly for their service and turnaround times. So when you have something that would typically take 7 to 10 days, ends up taking probably, I think, I don't have the dates in front of me, but I believe it was around 4 to 5 weeks. That's not a good thing. I actually sent this order in to SGC and it came back from Collector's Universe because in the meantime, the SGC was bought out by Collector's Universe, which is the parent company of PSA. So lots happened since this order went in and is now back. All right, now this particular order, I want to say it's a 9-card order, if I remember correctly. There's probably some, I think I have a vintage higher end baseball card, tennis, of course, and I think there might be some other baseball. I really don't recall, but it'll be a surprise to all of us. So let's take a look here and see what we got. Now I send in SGC cards typically on certain, only kind of situational. I like to send cards to SGC that are either vintage or I'm concerned that they PSA may not grade them fairly. Take this Jerry Rice, for example, here. Although it got a 6 with SGC, I had concerns that it might get a 4 or a 5 with PSA because they really grade what I would consider significant cards or what's the word I'm trying to think of? Like iconic cards in the hobby. Very, very difficult. And they do a very, very stringent on the grading process with PSA. So I felt more comfortable sending that into SGC. And frankly, the values are not too much different on that particular card. And another example here of another card that I'm glad I sent in to SGC was this Taylor Fritz auto. Mainly being that I knew it was slightly off center and it probably would get a 9 with PSA. I think it also had a small little dimple on the back. But I knew there was a good chance I'd get a 9.5 on the SGC. So and that's what and I ended up getting. So that's one of the reasons also that I send cards to SGC is that there's a slight flaw in the card, but I really am. I think that there is some value in getting a 9.5 that PSA doesn't do 9.5s. Anyway, I digress. All right, let's get into it. I appreciate everyone stopping by and checking out my channel. If you are new here, please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate the support. Make sure we're down here, face down. Now this first card here, I picked this up at a card show a year and a half ago, and it was in the old SGC holder. This is a Mike Ditka playing card from, I believe it was 1963. So it's not a true sports card, but it is a playing card with his image on it, and it's NFL licensed. And so this Mike Ditka card here was already slabbed up in the older SGC label, and it was a 10, so I got it put in the new label as part of my order. Reslabbed is what they call that service. And there it is. Very cool. 1963 Stancraft playing card of Mike Ditka. That's a PC for sure. All right, we're gonna save the next one for last. That's a Sandy Koufax. So we're gonna leave that one for the end. All right, next up is a 1981 Ozzie Smith. Second year. One of the reasons why I sent this one in is because it did have a slight flaw, but I really thought it was a strong candidate for a 9 or even a 9.5. That was my pre-grade on this one. Let's see what we got. Oh, wow. Okay. I was way off on that. Ended up coming back a 7. Really cool card. I thought the centering was pretty good, but man, they had something on here that I didn't catch. All right. Well, no, not much cost other than the grading fee on that one. This is a cool card. The Seattle Pilots played for 1 year, and so they only had one team card ever before moving the franchise. I believe this is 70 or 71. Seattle Pilots team card. Actually, these hold a value, significant value in a higher grade. I believe my pre-grade on this was an 8. So I'm really expecting like an 8, 8.5, something like that. I got a 5. Wow, okay. Again, not really sure what. I know it's a little OC. Obviously it's quite a bit OC, and maybe that's what's taking it down a couple grades. But my grading reviews are more in the modern and ultra modern. So to have me do a pre-grade on these older cards is a little bit tougher and not my expertise. So go back to the drawing board, I guess. But yeah, it's off center both sides, but I thought the corners and edges looked good. So, all right, it's a 5. Next up is kind of a cool card. This is a Terry Bradshaw from a McDonald's card, and it still had the tear off from the bottom when they ran the promotions where you get the cards in your meals. And I think that's what it was. And so this is from 75. So this is right in the heyday of the Steelers championship runs with Terry Bradshaw as the MVP. And I thought this card looked really clean. It does have some off center, you can tell on the back. I'm thinking maybe somewhere 8, possibly outside chance of a 9. And it gets a 7. Okay, well, I probably should stick to the modern, ultra modern pre-grades because I'm quite a bit off on these. But it's still a sharp looking card. I love the way this particular card looks in the tuxedo slab because with the team colors black and orange. I think that looks really sharp. Because it is a smaller card, they did have to put it in a sleeve you can see here. But yeah, so 7 on that one. Near mint. Next card here. This is a Nick Bollettieri. This is a tennis card. This is from 2021 Topps Chrome Sapphire. He is a legendary coach, coached some of the greatest of all time tennis players. And he has a card, and I actually ended up pulling out of a box that I ripped this Sapphire Purple numbered to 10 of his. So I thought this was really cool. I do remember it having a minor imperfection. I believe it had a print line on the front, a pretty significant vertical print line. So my prediction is I guess my pre-grade would be a 9 or a 9.5 on this guy. And it came back a 9.5. Perfect. I was hoping because I really thought it probably would get a 9 with PSA, but I was hoping to get that 9.5 with SGC, and it did. And that's a really sharp looking card. I love the way that purple refracts on the Sapphire. Cool. All right, and I believe this is from the same set. This is either the 2021 Topps Chrome Tennis or the Sapphire, but this is a red. Yeah, this is from the regular Sapphire. This is a red Johnny Newcomb. He's a Ring of Honor. This is a Ring of Honor card, insert card. He's a Hall of Famer in tennis. And this is the red serial number to 5, number 2 of 5. Again, I recall this one having either minor OC or possibly a surface print line. So I thought it was best to go for that 9.5 with SGC rather than likely getting a 9 with PSA. And it does come back in 9.5, yep. So 2 for 2 on the Ultra Moderns. Not doing a good job predicting the older cards. And also from that 2021 Topps Chrome Tennis, we have an orange Peaches Bartkowitz. Orange serial number to 25. She is an original Hall of Famer. Ring of Honor insert. And again, didn't think this was a gem candidate, but thought it was close. So I was hoping to get the 9.5 on this one here. Oh, and it got a 10. Excellent. All right. Yeah, you could see the OC right here, a little bit thicker. But that fell within their gem standard. So that's awesome. And next we have a Julio Rodriguez. This is nothing particularly crazy here other than it is a Julio Rodriguez rookie. This is a International Trading Card Day card. Not particularly valuable necessarily or anything, but I thought it looked really sharp and it was a good candidate to gem. So I sent this in with the order as well. Let's see how it did. And it did. Excellent. Came back Gem Mint 10. Very cool. I don't have a lot of Julio Rodriguez cards. He was hyped long before you can get on him inexpensive. So all of his cards were very expensive pretty early in his even his minor league cards. So all right, saving the best for last here. We've got a 1958 Sandy Koufax, card number 187. My prediction originally was like a 4 or a 5, but I really don't know now. Looking at these cards more carefully, I guess I figured that I'll let SGC, who's the experts in the vintage cards, tell me what the grade is on this guy, because I know it's got some corner issues. It's off center. So I'm just hoping for a collector grade, which would be a 5 or higher, but very well could be a 4 as well. So let's see what we get. And it comes back a 5. Excellent. That is fantastic. So I picked this up raw, hoping that it would at least get a 5, and it did. So that's a great way to end the order. All right, everybody. Well, I appreciate you spending some time with me today. I wish you all a great day, and we'll see you back here real soon. Take care, everybody.